How you doing there, Matt?
I'm doing good, Jim. I'm doing good. How are
Uh,
you?
Oh, a busy day of excitement. I saw
It's
the
it's been a
extravaganza taking place down
it's been a fun fucking day, sir. It's been a fun day. It's actually been good. It's been really good. It's been funny to watch to watch Twitter speculate like a motherfucker. It cracks me up. But otherwise, it's been okay.
there. Now, you did a head count. You're
I
saying
did
that
do a head count. Yeah.
there were about 50 people there because I watched the holiday stream with his 3D rotating camera. I
Yeah.
watched the one with him and is it Rucka? Am I thinking of the right guy? The
I
guy in
wasn't.
the white
I
shirt?
think that might have been. I wasn't. I was in the next room. So they had opened up the next room for the afternoon stuff. So the morning had one room for like the keynote things, like Christina Hoff Sommers, and then we broke for lunch, and then they opened up the next room in order to have the other panels over there. And so there was a split between the two.
Okay, because I'm looking at the stream the dude put up, the Roger guy, the one you were
Yeah.
talking about earlier. I think I'm going with that as his being his name. I didn't
Yeah, I
check
know
what his
his. I
channel.
know his real name is Roger. I cannot remember for the life of me his channel name, but yeah, and his name is Roger. I know that.
Yeah, but you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
that had the registration issue. Okay. Yeah, because I watched his stream and he pretty much kept it forward, but he did do a panning shot, and then I saw the picture you put up. Like, what is going on down there? Because even if you add up like Holiday's room with is it Nick or Wizard of Cause or whoever was giving the speech, and then with the Hoff Summers room, I mean, what happened to the attendance? You said that 300 people had said they were still coming, and even if you add them both together, that's like 60.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, no, not that many people. Not as many should have. There were 300 people that still had tickets. And so so I don't know all the particulars, so I can't speak to everything. But what I do know is that when there was the mass exodus from a few months ago, they had 100 people who had bought tickets request a refund, and there were still 300 that were registered to go, and so that was still the number that they were working with. And I know that there were people today that had come and bought tickets today to be here. And so ultimately, I can't speak as to why the so few came in that regard, as what was previously thought of to be attending. But this is what happened. It could be a multitude of reasons. It could be that the tax was just last week. People couldn't afford to come on out. It could have just been they forgot about it. That could have been a thing because it was months ago.
Well, the 300 though, I mean, they already bought their tickets, right? I mean, they were ticket holders, yeah. They're donating.
They were ticket holders, and they is like because there was the.
So how do you forget that? How do you forget that you spent all the money?
I got no fucking idea. I got no fucking idea. Like that's the thing. That's what I know.
Because that's 18% attendance, Matt. 18% of the people that paid to go actually went.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It might it could be a multitude of reasons. I'd have to ask them, but I don't know who they are. So.
And so what was the deal with the registration guy? He was telling some story. He went to go try to register, and he said that he talked to somebody who knew the event organizers who told him to go to the bar, and that he was going to go get Based Mama and somebody named Tim and have them come down and meet with him.
Yeah, so we got to the bar at like 8 p.m., right? And he came walking in probably about 5 minutes later. And because I'd already, someone had someone had sent me one of his videos where he was like, I'm going to go to VidCon, I'm going to go to Killroy, and I'm going to go and I'm going to stream it. I'm going to talk to people and whatnot. So I already knew who this guy was. And so he came on in, and I was like, all right, see what I don't know if he's there to like troll it. I don't know if he's there to like talk to people or whatever, but he never engaged with like anybody really, right? He didn't talk to, he just got a beer. And then he went over to a booth and he sat like it sat in a booth or sat back to the wall for the majority of the time until he left. And there was at one point Tim, who is one of the organizers, he did come into the bar, and then there was that one guy who went over to go ask him about it, and he was like, "Well, yeah, we already closed it down for the night because they had I guess the hotel had to go do something, and where they had the registration table, they had to close it down for the evening." That's what I heard. And so, but from when the Roger guy was there to when Tim was there was a solid hour and a half, right? And Tim is a big Danish dude. He's big, and he's from Denmark. You can't miss him. But Roger just sat there at the table drinking his beer and never went over to talk to Tim. never went over to engage directly. So when I caught wind of that video last night, I watched it and I was like, we all watched it later on, and we're like, yeah, we saw this guy in the bar. He didn't talk to anybody. He just kept to himself the whole time. And then I overheard him say to somebody, like, he's going to go, he was here when he could have been out, like, opening an Ethiopian restaurant or something. And then he mentioned that in the video too. So I was like, all right, man, the guy was just, he didn't engage with anybody. And I was laughing at the video because he just kind of sat there, which is why when he did a stream today and he had asked about like, facts over everything, I was snickering because I'm like, you're talking about like facts on a situation and I'm making a video where you said you did something, but I have like 8 witnesses to say that you didn't.
Yeah, no,
so,
he had said that he had showed up. The Ethiopian thing was he was supposed to go out, from my understanding, go out to eat with his friends at an Ethiopian restaurant in the area. So he was swinging by the Killroy thing to register before he went to go do that. But it ended up taking like 2 or 3 hours for him to be told to come back the next day.
See, that's weird because Tim was out there until after 8 o'clock. So he had gone down at 5 p.m. to set up the registration. Now, don't get me wrong. I will, in Roger's defense, this place is a bit confusing, right? Like,
well, yeah, he was using the app, but he did mention that he was a VIP ticket holder, or I guess whatever the maximum amount donated was.
I'm not too sure about that one. Because he'd also said that he didn't have a ticket to the meet and greet, which I don't know, there wasn't any tickets that were needed. It was kind of like, hey, just come down.
Well, yeah, there are like 20 people. Why would you need a ticket to
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Like, no one's gonna sit there. Like, there's no balance at the door going like, yo, Will, did you pay the $100 to be here? No, no one did that shit. Like,
now, do you feel safe there now? I mean, I know they spent, what was it, $15,000 to $20,000 on security. Are you nice and protected at the Killroy event?
There's like 2 dudes here. I don't know what the fuck they spent on security, but
careful, you're gonna get hunted down for that statement. You better tell me they've got like a SWAT team in the fucking wings waiting to protect you.
if there's like a helicopter overhead with a sniper on constant rotation, I haven't seen him. He's done his job. I never once felt like things weren't going to be safe here. At no point did I feel like things were not going to be safe. That's like, it's so funny to me. It's just, if people who want to talk about like free speech, it's not like we're sitting there like advocating for like, anything Antifa would have problems with, right? Like, plus this is Arizona. Antifa's not going to really do much here. You saw what happened when like Trump was in town and like 4 people tried starting some shit and they got fucked up. So
right, no reason for the security. No, I agree. I completely agree. It's a brave stance you've taken.
I can understand like maybe why precautions may felt they were needed, but ultimately no, it's been perfectly fine.
Yeah, I mean, I have to be honest. It really is. Like, I figured that you guys would still have people coming down there, but then when I started seeing like the camera feeds from the multiple rooms and stuff, like, and then Rucka was kind of pissed off at the end of that last panel.
Yeah, I did catch that.
Because Bunty's like, yeah, we're doing a censorship panel, and then Rucka's like, no, we're not, and everybody laughed thinking it was a joke, and he's like, there's no panel. There's nothing listed on the app. It's not happening.
Yeah, there was. Well, what happened was there was stuff. I know they're trying to update the app. I'm looking at the thing here. It was a free speech and comedy panel, I think, at 5:45 is what the schedule says here. And there might have been like a fuck up on the app. Because it was I know they were trying to like update the app and they were having connectivity issues and a few things like that. And so it might have just been a clerical error. I can't speak to any of that. I don't know. But I did hear Rucka catch that, but then like about 2 minutes later, he came back in and said, yeah, we are doing something over there. So then
I saw that the 20-minute panel. That was really great. The 20-minute panel with 5 people in the room.
Oh, I didn't. I was in the other room. It was Wizard of Oz and I were like.
Can you put this issue to bed then? When you go to the main hall tomorrow, will you take a panning shot of the entire room, a nice slow panning shot to show us the crowd? That way, there's no denying it. We can be like, okay, that's how many people are there. Like, because you may be straight up. Maybe Roger's just fucking around and he's taking the best angles he can. But I want to get a vibe for what the crowd is.
You got it, man. Here's the thing is like I truly do, honest to God, believe that an event like this is necessary, and I do support it. I understand there's controversy. I get it. I'm not dumb. You know that. No problem, man. I want to be open and transparent about everything I possibly can. I'm not involved in the day-to-day of what's going on. They asked me to come here, moderate a panel, help out. I'm speaking on a panel. And that's what I'm doing. I think that the event's gone off relatively drama-free from the inside.
I'd imagine it would with nobody there, man. What drama is there going to be amongst?
No,
I
I get it. I get it. I get it.
Like
I get
what?
it.
You've got like I think if I had to like guesstimate like 25 panelists altogether for the whole 2-day event.
Let me take a look. There might like I will mean I think there might have been like a bit of an overabundance of panels.
Well, no, I'm wondering if they count like if because I keep seeing them sitting in the audience. So like if we got like 60 people and 25 of them are panelists, that drops that 18% even lower to like 13%.
It would. There are panelists here, but there are definitely more people that are viewing than there are anything else. Absolutely. So hold on. Let me just quickly count to see what we're looking at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8. I think 11, 12. So there's like 23. So yeah, about that. I think there's 2 that have been canceled, I think, because the guy wasn't able to make it.
Okay. And then my last thing, because I know you said you had something to go to. I'm guessing it's like that.
I got about probably five more minutes until I got.
Yeah. I'll keep it quick then. My last question to you was, you said it's a success because it happened, and I asked that in the chat. So are you telling us that if it happens as successful, you would count DashCon as a rousing success? It had about 200 times the amount of people attending that you guys do.
Okay, I get what you're saying there. Here's the difference. I think between Killroy and DashCon, we haven't begged people for 20,000 to keep the lights on here, I guess. But no, I would say it's a success because it happened. The idea is there. DashCon, I see your point. I don't know. I guess the metric is they got their money, so in their eyes it was a success. To everyone else, it was a raging dumpster fire. But I can say honestly, no one's pissed in this ball pit because there's no real ball pit. It's just some stress balls. But
well, I don't know about that. Toad and Scrub told me they're going to be taking a dump in the main fucking conference hall before the big panel tomorrow. So I don't know if that's yours or who's that's going to be, but they're going to take a shit in there.
There's okay. Well, they've got a couple to choose from.
Well, they're going to be dropping a couple of deuces because they're
couple deuces. Well, there's a couple panels. There's a couple panels in the main. So that because they have the main room and then they split between the two rooms. And so I would argue that it's possible. I don't know. They want to take a shit. That's on them, dude. Fucking you come all the way to Phoenix to take a dump on something. That's dedication.
Because that's what I heard. They had said, and I quote, looking at the geriatrics they have doing security, because we saw them on stream. The guys doing security are like really old men. They're like, looking at the geriatrics doing security, I'm going to take a massive shit right in the middle of the conference hall, and those old fuckers are never going to catch me.
Well, that's an idea. There's logistical errors to their plan, but I invite them to try. I think it'd be very funny to see that attempt to happen.
They're calling it Operation Trot and Plop. So I don't know if that means they're going to be dressed up while they do this or what. But you have a good night, man. It's been I'm having fun laughing at this. I get it.
Go ahead.
But if you can tomorrow though, honestly, like if you can do just one shot, kind of right when it's going, just like a sweeping across the room one.
Okay, no, that's no problem. I'll do that. I got no problem with that.
Awesome. Just tweet it out or something, like do a WebM of it or whatever.
Yeah. My cell phone kept fucking dying today, so I was like, shit. But no, I'll do that definitely in the morning when we get, I think when people come on, and they might have come in a few minutes late, but yeah, I got to run because my laptop's actually going to die here in a hot second. So okay. I appreciate the bants, Jim. Always fun.
All right. Yeah. Enjoy DashCon and get that shot for me tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later. So it's all good. But all right, guys, I do have to wrap it up. Thank you very much to Metokur for coming in. It's always fun to talk with him, even if it's something we do disagree on. And I will be posting that shit to the Twitter in the morning. But my laptop is literally going to die, so I have to run. Thank you guys to everyone who showed up. The dislikes are funny. Like I said, they only help the video. And have a good one, guys.